Yeah.
And we're back again.
Back for another one. Off
With the
season preview.
with the 26th installation for the nation.
For the world, not just the nation.
With your
Whoa. We flopped. This whole time we've been saying installation for the nation when we could have been saying installation for the National Basketball Association. Never mind. Denver Nuggets.
Let's go. When was the last time this team was relevant? Let's just be honest 1 second. Just before
J.R. Smith.
Wow. That dunk over.
Oh, that's one of my favorite dunks of all time. The Superman.
When we get deeper into this, I'm gonna go into the better teams.
It's more difficult. Yeah.
Normally solid franchises. Let's be honest, where we are with
because obviously they had Carmelo. That's what I touched it though. Carmelo, even Gallinari, or
Gallinari.
Sorry, because I said Carmelo in it. Gallinari, like they had Allen Iverson at the end of his career for a bit.
Yeah, he played good.
They've had 30 players in there at the end of the day. That's a franchise.
Chauncey
Billups. Yeah.
And the Denver team we see now is a product from the Melo trade onwards. The rebuild was swift.
It was steady.
They were all. They even had. Remember that 1 year they had a team with JaVale McGee.
Of course, I remember JaVale McGee. He's my guy.
Yeah, they had. That was a good. That was a nice.
Yeah, that was
a cheeky little Denver team. I like that team. Who is the best player on this team at the moment?
That has to be Nikola Jokic, Mr. reigning MVP of the league.
As you said it, you're right. He's the guy. He's a pretty much do-it-all center. Weirdly, he has barely any athleticism in it.
You know what he is? He literally is the European game, but packaged up as a center.
Yeah.
Because in Europe, you'll see it in Porzingis when he was thriving in New York. You see it in Luka. Like in Europe when we play, I don't know it's because I'm thinking this is me just completely clumsy hypothesizing, is that because basketball isn't as popular in the UK obviously as it is in the US.
Yeah.
I can only speak on the UK obviously. And I feel like sometimes you may have less players required than you need to play the game you want to play. So therefore, you end up doing more stuff and you're more of an all-round person overall until you then maybe go and join a team and you play more organized. But until you play organized, you're sort of just doing it all. And I think that's what Jokic has grown up doing, shooting, passing, dribbling, all of it. And then he just brought it to the league.
Another thing from the European game is we're not as athletic. We don't have as many athletic specimens as like the US does. So therefore, if for anyone who's played ball, when you're not as athletic, you have to be fundamentally sound. You need to be able to do more because your athleticism can save you sometimes, even if it's just that.
Yeah. There's a few players. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few players that probably get in the league based off of their athleticism as opposed to their basketball skills and talent. But anyway, Jokic, West Premier League. Who you watching? That's who you're watching, isn't it?
Yeah, Jokic. I want to see if he can take it up a notch.
Take it up a notch. He's the MVP.
But one thing that we talked about, obviously, now I'll bring up. He's the MVP, but he couldn't get you one game. For me, with Jokic, sometimes I always used to think before his MVP season that he could dominate the game a little bit more. But because he's such an unselfish person, he doesn't.
So you want to see selfish dominating basketball from him?
Yeah,
as opposed to team first. You want me first.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I want him to see. So I want to see if he can dominate a bit more.
No, that's fair. That's fair. For me, I'm watching Jokic as well. Actually, I'm watching him because I thought about what Professor's just said. Yeah, because I was gonna say I wanted to watch Aaron Gordon, because I used to like him in the dunk contest. And then I started thinking about his athleticism just get you in the league. And I started thinking, is Aaron Gordon just an athletic guy in the league? But no, I want to watch Aaron Gordon. I want to watch Jokic. I need to see him step up as well. Like, if you're an MVP, it'll be rare to see him be an MVP and then become completely disregarded the next season. So you have to watch out for him from that point of view. And Aaron Gordon, just because he had my favorite dunk of all time in the dunk contest.
I'll chime in about Aaron Gordon in defense to you. He came in mid-season last season.
It's just nice, nice to see him from the start of the season. See what's going on.
See if he can actually find his footing and what his role is on that team. I feel like they play him kind of like a Draymond Greeny type guy.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't feature really much in the offense because they've got their scorers. They've got Michael Porter Jr. They've got your guy Jamal Murray. They've got Jokic.
What's that thing where man's like triggered?
But like he's kind of the do-it-all guy. Hit threes, pass, can defend. So yeah, it might be good to actually see what Aaron Gordon can bring to the team with a full off-season and a full off-season and training camp.
Yeah, he's a certain guy, and he now wears a headband as well, and us headband donnies have to stick together.
Right. What's your
hot take? My hot take is most overrated team in the league. That's it. I'm saying it. I just feel like they have one of the most overrated players in the league on this team. Someone who Professor's already mentioned. Let us know in the comments, guess before I say it. But Jamal Murray, I just feel like he's so overrated. I just feel like he had a certain little bubble thing, and I think people kind of just got gassed off of that. I know he's come out, and obviously he still was scoring points and getting buckets and stuff. But like, I even set time aside in my life to watch a Jamal Murray highlight mix from last year. I swear to God, they need to take the word highlight out of the video I just saw. That was just a Jamal Murray mix. It was just the most boringest, most regular, generic stuff. Not boring, that's a lie. That's too much. Generic, most generic.
Let me stop Clumsy because I know he wants to eat for this guy. Let me stop him. One thing, just so Devon fans don't get too angry, but you already see what he's getting at. Where Jamal Murray lost me last season, remember, because I think we talked about it. Remember that play with
the video? We got Campazzo. Yeah, we made a video about that. Make sure you go and watch that.
And he went on Twitter. I can't remember what he said on Twitter, but I found that very distasteful. Like that, you don't air your teammates out on Twitter. So I didn't like that. Like I know he can ball, but
Do you, Professor? Do you know that?
I know he can ball in the bubble, but I didn't. He started off rough last season. Like I kept my eye on him. Like he started off rough last season. Played a bit well. Then he obviously had his injury.
And I feel like to be honest, I just thought about it. It's actually not necessarily Jamal Murray's fault why I'm getting at him. Mm-hmm. Right? And I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying maybe it's because of the bubble, the media, fans, not just Denver fans. I'm not even saying Denver fans, any fans, basketball fans. Maybe the way it was reported, the way that people have spoke about him, they've put him up here. So when you hear the name, you're expecting stuff from up here, and then when you see him and he's down here, that's not his fault. I'm not saying he's dead. I'm just saying I don't see him as good as what people see him. Denver fans, in fact, I want to talk to you guys for a minute. Let me know in the comments. Do you actually think he's a superstar? From an outside point of view, someone who doesn't support Denver Nuggets yet, I don't think he's a superstar.
For me, my hot take for this team, when I look at it, is where did they go from this? In the off season, they haven't really done much.
They're just relying on the same result, but then, like we said in a lot of videos we've made for the off-season preview, a lot of teams have like made some steps towards progression of the team, and the fact is, like, for a team that has an MVP on it, right, and Professor's already touched on this, but a team that has an MVP on it, right, and made the playoffs but got swept in the first round, right? I know Jamal Murray wasn't playing, but you surely got to be bringing some form of addition to the team. It doesn't really make sense. So basically what they're saying is they just think Jamal Murray's going to come back and he's going to be enough to take them past that. But like an MVP, like Professor said, is something that's ground my gears since it happened. If you're voted MVP, regardless if your other co-star isn't playing, in my heart of hearts, I feel like you're MVP for a reason. You've got to win. Even if it was a gentleman's sweep, one game, just one. I feel like you had to win one game, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, but Denver, down as we sound.
But we're not. You know what it is? We're not down on Denver. I'm down on the perception of some Denver players. One Denver player. And like they're not a bad team. I'm not. That's what I mean. We like Jokic. We like. I like that. Like I said, I really like the franchise. Like I like the team. But it's just the whole like, I don't know, overratedness of the team. Then that just brings its own negative thing. Whereas if people are more real about it, maybe I wouldn't sound so negative. I don't know. So I'm not trying to sound negative, you know.
Either way, for next season, seeding-wise, we have them around 6th to
9th seed.
6th to 9th seed.
Playoff, definitely going to be in play-in tournament. Yeah, play-in tournament. Yeah, oh god, you can't be MVP one year, get swept in the first round, and then next season not even make the play-in tournament. You have to have your trophy taken away from you. I'm sorry. No, you have to, bro. Come on, you have to. You have to.
I still say I can definitely see them like playing well and definitely making playing or playoffs or playing. Off-season transaction was really Jeff Green. That's
he which is another 30 player. He's a 30 player.
They have their own 20 next season. They have their own draft pick, but we expect them to be contending. Not when I say like a playoff team, sorry. So I don't expect it to be a great pick. They've still got Mike Malone, so they have a good coach.
But like you said, though, to go back, if it's the same coach and the same players, where'd you go from here? Where'd you go? Where'd you go from here? Where'd you go from here?
And that's why, that's why I should say one thing to note is that they're definitely going to slide down in the rankings from what they did last season. Because other teams have made moves to get better.
And other teams have players returning from injury. I know Jamal Murray was injured as well, but you know what I mean, like in terms of like Brooklyn, for example. They wouldn't beat Brooklyn in the finals if everyone on each team was healthy. You know.
I think obviously Denver, if you're a Denver fan, it's still in a good place.
Oh no, yeah, because you're still in the playoff. You're still yeah.
You're gonna win more games than you're gonna lose. But I think now, as a fan base, you should probably start questioning your ownership and management to be like, okay, what are the moves?
Where are we going to be in the next 3 years?
Yeah, what are we going to do to bring? Who's the next person we're going to bring in to make this team like a consistent top three team in the Western Conference that actually contend for a championship? Yeah. They've done well, and they've always taken an opportunity, they've always capitalized and got better and better.
But it was a shame to see them get swept in the first. I
wanted
round.
One game. It's just one game at least.
But anyway, Denver fans, I apologize if I've touched a soft spot and you're all big Jamal Murray fans. Jamal Murray, if you're watching this, you're not a superstar. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you in the next episode. Peace out.